Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 4 of season 4 of Stranger Things. This episode has been hyped up to me a lot, which I will tell you is a spoiler because now I know something big happens or something major happens, but I'll tell you that I can't really guess as to what could possibly happen in the fourth episode of a season that just started. So it's I'm not sure. Like, it could be a character death, it could be a monster appears, it could be a cliffhanger ending. Hop could get caught by the Russians and killed, for all I know. There's things that could happen, and with this story, it could go anywhere. So it's really hard to say what to expect. But now I do know to expect something, and that kind of sucks. Stop doing that to people. Like, we want to discover it without knowing any of that. I know you're excited, and I love that, but I want to not know. Last episode, really, I'm getting emotional even talking about it. I'm really worried about Max. Um, she, I think, is the most like me out of any character in the entire show. You know, she's a tomboy. She is somebody who has experienced trauma, and I feel like in my previous reactions, when I would talk about her and Billy's relationship, I would always say I don't understand because they didn't develop a relationship between them. They didn't give us this close knit relationship that they have as stepbrother and stepsister. How close could they have been? He was a jerk to her. And I feel like that is, in hindsight, me protecting myself from the possibility of my own trauma, from losing my own sibling, from coming out and me projecting that onto these characters because I recognize myself so much in Max. Now, if you haven't seen any of my other reactions, I would venture to guess that most of you have seen my Arcane episode 3 reaction, and so you know the trauma that I have gone through and that I still feel to this day about losing my sister. So losing Max would be devastating to me. Um, but I'm also staring at a screen that says Dear Billy on it, and I can only guess that we're going to venture more into that relationship, and it might trigger kind of my own stuff. So forewarning, I cry a lot, but also if I'm feeling it, I have no idea how I'm going to edit it. So wait for that full length reaction. The full length reaction actually to Arcane episode 3 should be up by the end of this week. So all of you that have been anticipating that one, you'll get to see it. It's a doozy. I'm not looking forward to actually having to go and do everything for it because it's hard for me to even watch my reaction. Um, that being said, again, I don't know what's going to happen in this episode because last episode, Dr. Owen finds Eleven and pretty much says, the fate of Hawkins, the fate of your friends, the fate of the world is in your hands, and I know how to give you your powers back and possibly make them stronger. And when Eleven says, what if I'm a monster? What if I'm not good? Everyone needs Dr. Owen as a hype man because he's just like, kiddo, I don't know you that well, but I know you're one of the good ones. And that the whole scene of him when he's talking and he's saying, like things of like your friends are willing to sacrifice things for you, and they show Lucas running out of Hop's cabin, like everything that he was saying was tying into what was going on, and was I think probably telling a story about the rest of the season just in that moment. I would hope, because that's, I feel like they cut it that way for a very specific reason. I don't know if, I'm just gonna say Captain Sullivan. I don't know. He's getting out of a helicopter. Captain to me. I'll just say Captain Sullivan. I don't know if Captain Sullivan is going to catch up to Dr. Owen and Elle. I hope not, because military interference is always not good, right? But I'm really curious as to where they have to take her in order to get her powers back. Because he had like a little computer, and I'm sorry, that's not kicking it. That's not going to give her powers back. But I'm also curious as to why we keep seeing the slaughter that happened in the lab, and she's called a weapon and is able to do remote assassinations. There's got to be something that's not stirring the Kool-Aid with that one. I highly doubt that she is a stone cold killer. At least I hope not. So Joyce and Murray are in Alaska, hopefully meeting Yuri to give the money to get hop free. But here's the thing. I don't know how legit Yuri is. I don't know how legit Enzo is. I don't know. I don't, for some reason, I just feel like shenanigans is afoot and it's not going to work. But Hop broke his own foot to get out of a cuff, so I don't know how he's going to run on a broken foot. But he was doing push-ups, so I think he was like really getting himself stoked up for it. Um, God, I just don't see that going well. I don't see it happening. And if it does, like how convenient. I feel like he should at least have to go through like one or two more hardships before it actually does work, but to each their own. I feel like he's going to start running, he's going to get caught, and they're going to throw him into a dungeon with a Demogorgon or something. Like, we have never touched back on the Demogorgon, and I feel like that's really important. Lucas, bless his heart, I like Lucas. I love Lucas, and I think I'm falling into that trope that happened in the 80s where, someone wants to be popular, so they sell their friends out to the bullies or, to a different group, and then later on in the movie they'll redeem themselves. And I feel like I kind of kept expecting that he was going to sell out his friends and then like come to their aid. And he's proven that he's not doing that, although he did take them to Dustin's home. So I don't know what he was going to like do in that moment. I mean, granted, he snuck around back and he's like, I gotta warn Dustin, I gotta warn them, and sends them to Hop's cabin. And I good on Lucas. I don't know what's happening after he's running away because they're all basketball players, they're athletes. They could probably catch him. I hope they don't. I hope he's able to get away. But that's definitely going to play out later on. It's going to be a problem. And I don't know who gets to punch Jason in the face. I don't know if it's Lucas. I don't know if it's Eddie. But I don't like that guy. And the other kid in the group, Patrick, was actually in Vecna's little Cerebro moment because he got a nosebleed. And I don't know if that's going to play out in this episode or not, but his days are numbered, I think. And Mike is now stuck with Will and Jonathan and probably Argyle. And at the end of the episode, we see the car pull up in front of Will and Jonathan's house. And I don't know if they're gonna like take them somewhere, take them back to Hawkins, take them to where Elle is. I'm not sure, but like, what happens now that Elle is gone? And like, are we gonna get like a little bit more on like what's happening with Will? Because I mean, I adore Will. I think he would be like one of my good friends. And so like I don't like that he's kind of in this state of flux of like not having his friend but his friend's around and like having to share his friend with his friend's girlfriend even though Mike and doesn't even know how to tell Elle that he loves her or I mean he said it to the group last season. He screamed it to all of them like I love her. And then like he can't say it to her. And I get that he doesn't have a great role model in his father and like I mean personally like I learned how to view relationships by watching my parents who have been married, for 44 years. So like definitely, I had a great example, great-ish example. No one's perfect, but I had a good example of like what a good relationship looks like and a good marriage looks like. Relatively good. Like I no one's perfect and I can idealize it all I want, but it's not perfect. But like definitely his parents are not a good guy to go by. Jonathan is probably gonna smoke weed in this episode. Probably hang out with Argyle. Yeah, so there's that. Now with Dustin and Max and Steve being in the school and Max having her vision with the clock, because you see her get up and leave the desk and they're still staring there, so you know that like she's having like one of those little out of body experiences where Vecna kind of transfers them into a different reality. How does he do that? Messed up. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I hope that like it doesn't start with her getting her eyeballs sucked into her head. I don't think so, but dear God, I hope not. Like we can't lose Max. We can't lose Max. We can't lose Max. Can't tell you enough how much I don't want to lose Max. And then you have Nancy and Robin heading over to the school because they've just discovered Victor Creel was not a murderer, that it was Vecna that was killing. I don't know if it was a lot of people or if it was just his family. But Victor Creel is a victim of Vecna. And then with Victor Creel, I think somebody actually spoiled for me that that's played by Robert Englund, which is fantastic. I can't wait to see it. Okay, guys, so I'm not going to waste any more time. I'm going to get into this reaction. I am scared, but like in the best way. All right, let's get into it.
Where is Elle? Like right now?
For her safety, it's best you don't know.
To get Elle's powers back, how long is it gonna take?
It could take weeks, it could take months.
Months?
In the meantime, it is of vital importance that you do not speak to anyone about this.
That's not going to last.
If they learn about any of this, it will jeopardize 11. And if 11 is jeopardized, so are your friends.
That gave me cold chills.
11 trusted us. Now we're asking the same from you.
Why does Jonathan always look like he's 40 years old? He does not look like a teenage kid. I have gone to become a superhero again. From Elle, not love. Yeah. I need to know what's going on with Max.
It was so real.
It was like she was in a trance or something. Exactly what Eddie said happened to Chrissy.
Oh, God.
They both were having headaches, then the nightmares, and then they started seeing things. Bad things. From their past.
Wait, so is she gonna see Billy?
Chrissy's headaches started a week ago. Fred 6 days ago. I've been having them for 5 days. I don't know how long I have. For Fred and Chrissy, they both died less than 24 hours after their first vision. And I just saw that goddamn clock, so... Looks like I'm gonna die tomorrow.
Stay here.
Is it Lucas? Please be Lucas. He's taking a lamp. I love Steve so much. Remember when he took on all the Demogorgons? He's a man. Stay here. They're all following. It's Lucas! Oh!
It's me! I've been with Jason, Patrick, and Andy, and they're trying to capture Eddie, and they think you know where he is. We've got bigger problems than Jason right now.
Oh, not gonna lie, I'm really freaked out. I don't know if I can handle seeing Max die. Will they kill off someone that we know and love? Maybe. I'm like getting lightheaded even thinking about it. Dear Billy, maybe she has to deal with it and that'll stop it. Oh, I totally thought it was the teacher. I got excited.
Hey there. Is Lucas home?
Negative.
Do you know where he is? We were supposed to go out.
Go out? I see he's taking a step down from Max.
Well, you're the little sister who plays Dungeons and Dragons, huh?
What's it to you?
I love her attitude towards him.
Chances are he's with your cheater boyfriend. Please tell him I've been covering for his ass for 2 days now. Another week of this and he's buying me a goddamn Nintendo with Duck Hunt.
I was so good at Duck Hunt back in the day.
Do you guys understand any of this? No. Pretty straightforward.
Oh, it's straightforward, really?
He's the only known survivor.
Yeah, that's assuming that he was cursed Henderson, which we don't even know.
Go visit him.
Just pops out in the 50s, kills one family, he's like, I'm good. And poof, he just disappears, just gone.
Yeah, he's got a
30
point.
years later and start killing some random teens. No, I
He's
don't buy
got a
it.
point.
Straightforward my ass. You know what, honestly, Henderson, a little humility every now and then, it wouldn't hurt you.
Sorry.
I love Steve.
Did she sleep? I mean,
Would you?
would you?
We have a plan. We are now rockstar psychology students at the University of Notre Dame.
We've been doing our Victor Creel homework and, we got some questions.
Lots of questions.
So do we. Hopefully Victor has the answers.
So he's back in them. Oh, so he can take his foot out when he's outside.
The church, the grey roof. Wait inside. For tomorrow night, you're home. Eating ensos with your sexy woman. She's not my woman. Of course not. She saves your life because of friendship.
He's got a point. So did he not break his foot? How come he's not limping?
If you keep staring at that, it's not gonna change, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Don't throw it away. Boys.
We never fight. I mean, we fought before, but just like silly fights, stupid fights. Maybe I should have said something. And if I would have said that thing, then maybe she'd want me there with her.
You're gonna see her again, and whatever it is, whatever you didn't say, you can say it to her then.
Hopefully.
You don't trust Owens?
No, I don't know. I mean, he wasn't able to protect me. That was you guys who saved me. That was you guys.
Looks like it's gonna be up to us again.
It always is, isn't it?
Yep. I'm gonna cry. I know I'm gonna cry.
For you. For you. And, yeah. Hey, what are you doing? No, don't. That's not for now. Don't open it now.
Don't. Okay.
Are they goodbye letters?
It's a failsafe. For after. Yeah, if they don't work out. No, I don't need you to reassure me right now and tell me that it's all gonna work out, because people have been telling me that my entire life, and it's almost never true. It's never true. I mean, of course, this asshole curses me. If you think that I'm going to spend what is likely the last day of my life in the armpit that is Mike Wheeler's basement, then you're out of your mind.
Come on, Steve. This is what you were born to do.
That super walkie of yours better reach Penhurst.
Ooh. Oh, Robin. Oh, Robin.
And this is a recommendation from Professor Britley.
I know Larry. Quite well, actually. But there is a protocol to visiting a patient like Victor.
Our thesis is due next month.
And you're out of time. Whose fault is that?
Ours. And I do apologize.
Don't apologize, Ruth. Screw that. We did put in a request months ago, and we're denied.
I love Robin.
Come here. Other kids, they wanted to be astronauts, basketball players, rock stars, but I wanted to be you.
Aw. This is gonna work.
I'm back in 30.
Resourceful. Ah, Robin is just the best. Total spaz, but I love her.
If things go sideways, I should mention I'm now a black belt in karate.
Yeah, Murray. It is the 80s, so everybody was doing karate.
I'm sorry. Yuri was on sightseeing trip to see polar bears. Bears got into plane and pulled him out of cockpit and killed Yuri.
No.
What?
They broke his heart.
They ate his heart.
Punctured it with the bear claws.
Yikes. Is this Yuri and he's telling a story?
I'm Yuri. Oh. You two seem very nice, very trustworthy people, but so did my brother. Before he stole my wife!
This guy. I love Hop. Okay, so maybe he just peeled the skin off of his foot? It's not broken?
Встать! Руки!
Come on, Hop. No. Oh, thank God. Hop is not making it out alive. Oh my God. Where are your shoes? Whoa, he took out a lot of them. Oh God, Hop! Crazy American.
100 to 1. Son of a bitch.
That does not mean he's free and clear, but he's at least clear for now.
Alright, this better be fast, Mayfield.
20 seconds.
20? Is she even gonna be able to say goodbye to her mom?
I left some letters inside.
Letters, I don't understand.
I'm not trying to scare you.
Is something going on, Maxine?
No, you're right. I'm sure I'll be fine. I'm being silly.
For what happened to Billy, I don't think so.
Nothing you don't deserve.
Oh God. Oh God.
Mom, let go.
Maxine, you think some letters are going to make things right?
I was hoping so, but I guess not.
Your time is almost at an end.
Hey, whoa, you alright?
I'm fine. Just drive.
Just tell them what happened. Very Silence of the Lambs looking.
Is that clear?
Very Silence of the Lambs. Whew.
You got visitors. Real pretty ones.
Ugh.
Must be in one of his moods.
Nancy Wheeler. And this is...
It's definitely Robert Englund's profile.
We're here because we believe you.
Whatever killed your family, we think it's back.
Oh, Jesus! God. All I can think about is Victor Creel.
Hey, also about the last few days.
I was being a total jerk to Al. I deserved it.
No, you didn't deserve anything.
I absolutely didn't deserve anything.
You know, Max and Lucas and Dustin, they're great. It's Hawkins. It's not the same without you. And I don't know, maybe I feel like I lost you or something.
Well, look at him being all open with his feelings.
Whatever it is, I think we should work together. I think it'll be easier for we're a team. Friends. Best friends.
Oh.
Cool.
What is the painting? I want to know what the painting is.
Hello there.
Oh my God!
We gotta go!
I did not expect that! Oh my God!
Follow me!
I don't know who this guy is, but he is taking down these military guys.
I shoot! You run! Cool, man.
Oh my God! I'm glad that guy's still alive. I can't believe that all just happened. The military, like, literally went in there, guns blazing.
40,000. Wow.
I would have lost count after the first pile.
Go get Hopper.
I will. If your friend is dead, I could save myself trouble and fuel.
This guy and his jokes, I'm over it. Frustrated, irritated, this guy's driving me crazy.
I don't like him.
Yeah. Okay. Either the Russians at the jail are all in on it, or like Yuri and Enzo are like legit. I don't know, the Church in the Winter gave me Die Hard 2 vibes. I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
Немного. План изменился.
No. This fucking guy.
Беглецы, держи бегство. А знаешь ли, что стоит больше?
Oh no.
Не надзиратели.
Yeah.
А больше всего стоят американцы, те, которых разыскивает КГБ.
Oh my God. He drugged her? I knew it wasn't on the up and up.
Прощай, Энца.
I hope he gets eaten by a bear.
You know you can talk to me, right?
Talk to him.
I don't need a letter. Just talk to me. We're right here. I'm right here.
adore Lucas so much.
We had 1 month of peace in that house. Dead animals begin to appear near our home. Rabbits.
That is a phenomenal looking house. Oh god, no. Mm-mm. I don't do spiders. Nope. Oof.
It took Virginia first.
Why does he do it like that though?
It was a memory. I had thought German soldiers were inside.
And it was innocent people. Oh, it's a baby.
The angel you followed. Who was she? Dear Billy, I don't know if you can even hear this. I can't tell anyone why you're gone. I can't tell them that you saved Elle's life, that you saved my life. Sometimes I imagine myself running to you, pulling you away. I imagine that we could have become friends. Good friends, like a real brother and sister. You hated me. I hated you. I stood there and I watched.
That is too heavy of a burden for her to bear.
I think that maybe a part of me died that day too. And I haven't told anyone this, but I had to tell you. I'm so sorry, Billy. Love your shitty little sister, Max.
What is going on?
Max. Max. Max!
I've been waiting to hear those words, Max. Waiting so very long.
Go!
Something's wrong.
Yeah, go!
You know, I think there's a part of you that wanted me to die that day. That was maybe even relieved.
That's what I thought.
You have sometimes wished to follow me. Is why I am here, Max, to end your suffering once and for all.
It is time, Max. Time for you to join me.
Jesus.
Nancy, Robin, do you copy? This is the code red. Do you copy?
He said music was playing. So maybe that's the key, a lifeline.
A lifeline back to reality.
Now I have terrible coordination, like it took me 6 months longer to learn to walk than all the other babies.
Sacrifice her. Yeah, kick those shoes off. Yeah, I wouldn't listen to security guards either.
You really are a weird runner.
Oh god. Why are you heading towards it? Do you need all the tapes, Dustin? Just grab your favorite one, or just one. I'm seriously so stressed. I remember her levitating in the trailer, so I'm terrified right now.
Too much to explain right now. What's her favorite song?
What are you doing in here? Max, come back to me.
Oh, God. Oh, God, please. No, 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 no.
Now!
Please, 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 no. Go, 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 go.
Oh, we lost
I'm so dizzy right now. Okay. I am so dizzy right now. Okay. Okay. I am still incredibly dizzy from, I don't know, holding my breath, just guarding my breath, whatever it is, but I feel like I've been spun around 50 times. Wow. Okay. We didn't lose Max. Thank God. That doesn't mean that she's safe. And I know that Patrick is definitely at risk because of his nosebleed. Robert Englund. That whole imagery of him and Victor Creel and losing his family and experiencing Vecna. I'm still having a hard time breathing. Maybe I should take a minute, but I feel like I get the best just everything when I'm still feeling what I'm feeling. The letter to Billy and seeing Billy again. I have gone to my sister's grave and I have talked to her, and you know, I don't believe that like she is in the ground and that going to her grave is talking to her by any means. And of course, Vecna is taking on the imagery of Billy. But her saying like, I'm sorry and I wish we could have been brother and sister. And then Billy, and I don't know if it was Billy or if it was Vecna saying, you know, part of you was probably relieved that I died. That's what I thought, is that like she was almost free, not having to deal with Billy anymore. I don't know which one's true. I would hope that her letter would have bared the truth. I think whenever anybody dies, we always wish that we had been able to either help them or saved them from that fate. So I feel like her letter was the truth. I also feel like a little bit of what Billy was saying was also the truth. Being free of this heaviness that Billy brought to her of, you know, not wanting her to be with Lucas, not wanting her to be with her friends, blaming her for having to leave wherever they were originally from. That's a thing. That's quite a thing for a teenage boy to go through. And now he's at a new school and he has no friends. And I feel like where he had a reason to have a chip on his shoulder, I don't think he had a reason to treat her the way that he did. Like he was chasing down like Dustin and all them on their bikes, like full speed down a street. Like that's not something that a normal person does, right? And he was doing it to scare his little sister. So I'm still like, I thought after this episode it would clear it up for me, but like I'm still very mixed on Billy. Max, on the other hand, you know, writing her letters and saying the things that she needed to say because she felt that her time was numbered. And that's kind of a question that you always ask yourself. If you know when the end is happening, what do you do with that time? And she chose to actually say the truth that was inside of her. I don't know what Lucas' letter says, but I would hope that it would say something of like, you were my best friend and I loved you and I cared about you very much. And like him just saying like, you can talk to me, you can talk to me. Like hopefully she opens up and starts talking and starts getting this heaviness that's inside of her out of her. I'll tell you, therapy is definitely helpful for anything that weighs you down. It's not an umbrella fix, but it definitely lets that heaviness go away. It helps it. It really does. Now with Nancy and Robin going and visiting Victor Creel and figuring out that music was a way back, and you know that it's this song that, you know, apparently has been made very popular because of this show. I don't know how that's going to play out with the rest of the season. Are they going to be able to help Patrick with his favorite song? I don't know. I don't know if they're going to know like who's next. Like they have to go to the file cabinet and, you know, get all the people that were seeing the counselor that might have had the same symptoms. Now, a really surprising thing that I was actually kind of shocked that they had was the shootout at the Byers house with the military, you know, taking out, I don't know if it's CIA, if it's FBI, who was actually trying to protect the kids. But the fact that they just went in guns blazing, they could have shot and killed those kids. That was insane. And now Argyle is in charge, which is terrifying all in of itself. And I don't know what they're going to do with the cop that, you know, had the bullet wound. Hopefully he doesn't die. He was a badass. He was a badass. But now they're going to drive from California all the way back to Indiana. And being that I've drove from Michigan to Las Vegas, that's a long journey. And that's before fairly good gas mileage. They're in a Volkswagen bus, maybe? I don't know if that's a Volkswagen, but they're in a bus. They're in a van. Like that thing is not getting good gas mileage. It's going to take them a while to get there. We didn't have anything with Elle or Dr. Owen in this episode, so I'm imagining the next episode will be about that. But then we're left with Hop. I knew not to trust the whole scenario, and I felt myself gradually like, okay, this is on the up and up. I hated Yuri from the beginning. From the very first moment I laid eyes on him, I hated that guy. And now I don't know what's going to happen with Joyce and Murray. Are the Russians coming to Alaska to take them? What's going to happen to Anthony now that he is under custody? And of course, Hop went through all of that, killed a lot of Russian guards just to be recaptured again. Like, that was my whole fear, is that now he's going to be put with a Demogorgon, or they all are, or like all three of them. Like, I don't remember if Murray ever got to face a Demogorgon or not, but like he's black belt in karate. I don't think that defends you against a Demogorgon. And I don't even know if that's going to happen, but all I know is that it's not good. And we have had nothing with the Demogorgon, and we're not just going to leave it in Russia without revisiting that. Oh my gosh, this was a really good episode. I feel like it was built up a little bit too much though, that I expected it to be like bonkers. And although it was crazy, but it was crazy good. I am definitely, I'm still kind of shaky. Like I still am having a hard time catching my breath. I still feel a little dizzy. And I love that it had that visceral effect on me, that I had the scare that I had, that I was like getting lightheaded, that, you know, I was in it. I was in it. And I was so terrified for Max. And I'm so happy that she's okay for now. Who knows? It's a surreal, it's a visceral experience that I just had. And I love that. Okay, guys, like, subscribe, get notifications. Full length reaction will be up on Patreon almost right away. But all of my full-length reactions are up there, as well as some early access videos. But yeah, I'm gonna go have a glass of wine, I think. I think I deserve that. Okay, guys. I'll see ya.